What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today in Scrap Mechanic, and we're back with another awesome creation using the Intelligentia mod. I couldn't keep myself from just building at least one more thing with this mod, because it's something that we've tried before with sensors and is very difficult. And it is, of course, a defensive drone, so it'll actually follow you around and it'll shoot stuff. So it's really quite cool. So we can just turn him on there, and now if we walk away, you'll see he'll follow us around. He's got that thruster because he always floats up a little bit, so you know it keeps it down. I keep saying he as if it has an actual personality, but you'll see it has 2 AI in it, so it's got one on the turret and one up top in the blimp, and basically what it uses is a suspension glitch to turn itself always towards us, and if we're farther away than 16 blocks, it'll move towards us in that direction. So you can see it just keeps trying to follow us around, and no matter where we go, it'll just kind of turn there and keep following us, and once it gets close enough, it'll stop and it'll just sit there. So it's a wicked little drone. It uses a few different mods. Obviously, it uses the Intelligentia mod, and then we've got the Helium mod there to make the thing fly. And then we actually have the mod pack polygons, mainly because to make this turret, we needed single block engines. I didn't want to have to put all these big electric engines in here, so we just have single electric engines to make this thing turn. And of course, the thrusters are just single block thrusters from that polygon mod as well. But it's really simple. So you'll notice the turret isn't targeting us, and that's because the AI for the turret is right here, and then this thing on the back here, this is the sensor that actually senses enemies within a distance to shoot at. But if we were to turn the turret on, for example, we were to take ourselves off the exceptions, then you'll see the turret would target us constantly, and it would do that. Now you'll probably be wondering, well, Con, why does it look like it's floating sort of nose up? And that's because it floats nose up, so when it's giving itself thrust and moving forward, it balances itself out. It's a little bit weird, I know, but the turret doesn't really care how it's floating, and you'll see, so the turret's kind of always tracking us again with that AI, and we can press E again to turn it off the exception list, if we can get it. There we go, perfect. And then, of course, if we were to turn on this back sensor, this is a 100 block sensor, and it basically senses, okay, if there's an enemy within 100 blocks, shoot once every second, because if we shoot faster than that, it'll throw the whole thing off. So it really works. So I've got myself on the exceptions, that way it'll follow me but won't shoot at me. And what are you doing? You're gonna... Alright, we'll just wait. I don't know what it did there. It was doing some weird stuff. It's pretty stable. It will always kind of... It is bottom heavy, so it'll always kind of balance itself out and level itself back off. That downward thrust is designed so that if either of these two sensors is more than 10 blocks off the ground, it'll activate that downward thruster to make sure that it pushes itself back to being close enough to the ground. So it kind of works. I mean, I've never seen it fly off into space. It might go up sometimes like it did there, but it'll always seem to right itself and then push itself back down to the ground. We can, of course, spawn ourselves some targets. So we've got, you know, the cardboard block, but it doesn't really shoot at cardboard automatically. But if we put one of these fake destructible player imitators from the Intelligentia mod, then of course it'll track that. You can see it'll aim at it, and it'll just completely obliterate it pretty quickly. And then, you know, we'll put one over here, and it's gonna start shooting. It's still gonna come towards us. It kind of misses a fair amount when it's moving as well. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, but eventually it'll hit it. They're usually, there we go. See, there it goes. So there's a lot of stuff going on. Obviously, it's moving. Now, this is just a prototype. I really want to make a much better version of this. I also want to make one that can support a Gatling gun. You'll see there's a lot of drag blocks on this, and it's still, because it's floating in midair, the recoil of the gun, originally I had it rapid fire, and it was just too much. The whole thing would just freak out, and it couldn't do it. So you have to have really slow shots, but you can see there, it aims really, really well. And then, of course, it's still trying to come towards us here. And we could have an army of these things following us. Don't know what the turret's, why it's freaking out. Come on, buddy. You can, oh my god. What are you okay? There we go. So it will automatically start shooting any targets within a 100 block range. I mean, it'll aim at them automatically too. Of course, we're on the exception list, so we can spawn in a new one here. We'll put a second one up. And this one, yeah, it doesn't have us on its exception list right away. So we'll just set that, but you'll see as soon as we turn it on, it's gonna aim at us. So we'll just put ourselves on both of those. No. There we go. Okay, and then that one. So there we go. Now we're on its exception list as well, and they're both gonna try and follow us. They might bump into each other. You'll see the one that I created originally still has the particle effect because it was created, but this one that I spawned in doesn't have the particle effects anymore since the new update. It's really weird. They're gonna just bump each other a lot. We'll spawn in a third one and just see. Okay, there we go. And we'll put ourselves on the exceptions just like that. You just press E and look at the gate, and these guys they're gonna bump into each other and screw each other up. Okay, you are my 3 musketeers. Together we will rule the galaxy. I mean, this is the most intimidating thing. If we're playing Scrap Mechanic and we're out, you know, harvesting resources or whatever, this is what we need. We need one of these bots just to follow us around and, you know, kill all the farm bots. I mean, look at the accuracy. Oh my god, guys. Can we please? There we go. Perfect. You guys are amazing. All right, over here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Two of them. No, don't push them over. Don't. I mean, it's fine. Even if they hit the ground, they're oh my god. Oh my god. He's driving himself into. Got it. Okay. See, you'll see. Even if they hit the ground, just waits a little bit, and then it'll eventually float back up to a reasonable height. And yeah, it's good. It's good stuff. So they're really, really effective. Of course, the helium block really helping out a lot there. I originally thought about doing this with, you know, thrusters. My main concern with doing a hovercraft was the fact that you'd need to make sure it always stays right side up. And you could do that, you know, with having thrusters and tons of sensors on the ground and stuff. But with the helium mod, it's just a lot easier because you basically make a blimp that just always wants to float up, and they're all just pushing each other. We need to really set them to be different ranges. They're all designed to follow at the same distance, so they're kind of stupid. We're gonna spawn in a little decoy here because we've got those as well. So here we've got our decoy dwarf. He's made of cardboard, and he's gonna. You guys are. Oh my god, you guys are so special. Look at you. Look at you. You're driving into the ground now. Oh my. They're again, like I said, prototype version 1. Did you shoot yourself? You shot yourself. Oh my god, you're shooting. What are you? Don't shoot him. Right, so as you can see, they're quite intelligent little defensive drone AI blimps, but they're quite useful, I find. And I definitely would love to hear what you guys think in terms of, you know, how should I make this better? Obviously, I do want to wait until there's a... Oh, okay, yeah, you're gonna... He's over here. You gonna hit him? Okay. I mean, it is pretty accurate. It's not bad. Did you kill it? Oh, no, you didn't. It's still alive. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Okay, that was close. Okay. It doesn't like shooting while moving. Shooting while moving is definitely a struggle. They're really, really simple how they work. So there's, I mean, it looks a little bit complicated, but it's really simple. The turret is really simply just an auto turret. So it's got 2 bearings, 4 electric motors, and 2 bearings for pitch, and 2 bearings for yaw, I guess would be it. But 2 bearings for rotation and 2 bearings for pitch. And then it's also got a bunch of helium blocks, which are really simple. And then, of course, that downward thruster to counteract the fact that it always is floating up. And that's really simply just hooked up to a NOR condition on these 2 gates. So if these gates are off, then it shoots it down. A really simple stuff there. For turning, there's just another AI block, which is kind of hidden up in there somewhere. And that AI block just basically controls a suspension glitch left and right. And so as we go over to the left and right, when it's turned on, of course, when it's off, the AI they're not doing anything. But if it's turned on, then it will just turn left and right. And then, of course, we've got a rangefinder just like this one here. So this is a rangefinder for 100 blocks, but there's a binary rangefinder, which you can change how much you have it set to. And I've got it set to 16 blocks, so it will always keep the follower within 16 blocks. Again, really, really simple to do. It might seem complicated, but it's really not. And it's definitely a lot of fun to be able to do this kind of stuff with scripted mods and with more advanced logic parts. I mean, we could do all this with simple binary logic. It would just be a lot bigger, and it would take a lot more space, and it would take a lot more time to wire up and to connect. Despite the time it would take, the accuracy just wouldn't be there because you'd be stuck using sensors, and, you know, the scripted mod tracks pretty much dead on. So it would be very, very hard to make something that's that accurate at these kind of ranges. But what we're going to do is we're going to leave this guy here. We can put a decoy right in front of him, and he'll still shoot at it, but he won't aim at it. I forgot to hook that up through an AND condition, but it doesn't matter. So he's just gonna, we'll move them farther away then, a little bit 100 blocks away. And we're gonna put up a field of decoys here, and then we're gonna spawn ourselves a bunch of AI bots, and we're just gonna walk through the field and see what happens. All right, so as we spawn these, we're just gonna have to add ourselves to the exception list. I mean, hopefully this works. They're gonna all bump into each other. I really should have put sensors, and definitely if I do a version 2.0 of this, have some sensors along the outsides of them. So if you have multiple versions like this, they don't bump into each other. They sense each other and kind of keep their distance from each other. But I mean, I think that would be version 2.0, and we might have to make it a little bit bigger. So we're gonna turn all these guys on here, and we're just gonna wait until they're all kind of looping around here. Are you guys? It's hard to tell where they're moving without the thruster particles, to be perfectly honest. But anyways, all right, you guys stop pushing him down. Be nice. All right, this is okay. Let's just wait. Come here, buddy. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Let's just run right through it, and we'll just see what happens. They're all going to technically try and come towards us here. So we'll see if any of them make it here, and how many of these little defense... Okay, so here we go. We're going to stand right here. All right, and here they come. They're coming. So they did kind of line up, which is good. They're one in front of the other, so they're not getting completely in the way. When they start shooting, though, it's going to be a whole other thing. All right, here we go. They should start... Yeah, there's the shooting. Oh, God, they just obliterated... Oh, God, they obliterated Johnny. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Guys, come here. This is ridiculous. This is awesome. Oh, we need to do something with this. With, like... You know, it would be cool if we had, like, a big blimp and just put, like, a bunch of auto turrets on it using this mod. I mean, you could just have a blimp that flies overhead and just shoots everybody with Gatlings. And, like, you just have to run away from it, and it would be absolutely awesome. These things are great, though. I mean, see, they're kind of derpy. They do drive themselves into the ground a few times. Oh my God, you guys like actually obliterated the whole... Okay, well, let's go over here. The problem is sometimes with the turret and the recoil, you can see it's tilting itself down, and then the thruster will plow it into the ground. So sometimes it gets stuck like that. If you go close to them, though, it usually just shuts off the thrusters, and then they're good to go. Is there anybody left? They're still shooting, so there's clearly... No, there's some here. Okay, you're not... Like, half the time they don't even hit the thing. They just hit the cardboard. There's still a lot of them left. There's no one... Oh, that guy's... Oh, no, he's not. He's not really. But anyways, guys, I will, of course, upload this to the workshop. It does use those 3 mods, but really, really cool stuff. I think it's a hilarious little prototype. Obviously, it needs some improvement and definitely needs some armor because they keep shooting themselves and affecting the way they fly. So that's definitely got to be improved. I'd love to hear what you guys think, and I'd love to hear what else you guys think we can use this mod for. There's definitely a lot of cool ideas like autopilot stuff. Where are you going? Why are you going that way? Like, I'm right here. Wait, right. But anyways, guys, make sure, of course, you let me know what you think in the comments down below. And while you're at it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.